The new UN Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework 2026-2030 is a central instrument guiding the United Nations engagement in Uganda. The new framework comes after the successful implementation of the 2021-2024 Development Cooperation Framework. This morning, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robinah, Nabbanja, chaired a joint steering committee meeting between the government of Uganda, the United Nations and development partners, in which they discussed the new Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework for 2026-2030.
Uganda and the United Nations system are entering a new phase of collaboration. We are concluding the UN Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework, that is 2021-2025, and launching a new framework that is for 2026-2030. which is fully aligned with our National Development Plan 4 and the 2030 Agenda and the Agenda 2063 for Africa. I am aware that the new cooperation framework focuses on 3 catalytic areas of transformation: inclusive human development, climate smart and sustainable ecosystems, and integrated rights-based governance, all of which are central to Uganda's medium and long-term development.
However, the UN Resident Coordinator, Renard Zulu, reported to the meeting that the development assistance through the United Nations continues to dwindle and called on the partners to come to their aid.
The United Nations is no exception. We have also been affected. I can give you 2 numbers. The first one is that from January to July, the United Nations saw 162 million United States dollars of its planned money that was already appropriated and available, not being able to be spent. It was taken back through various cuts. The core message remains unchanged. Multilateralism is the only path to solving big problems, and financing is the fuel and the oil that moves us from commitment to results.
We also took note of the financial realities and opportunities, including the need to mobilize resources from a broad spectrum, that is public, private, and other actors, and ensure that these are closely aligned with our national development priorities.
Over $3 billion in the past 5 years has gone to the humanitarian response in Uganda, which not only 2 million refugees are able to benefit from, but an equal number of Ugandans are benefiting from.
Zulu also said the UN support towards the new cooperation framework is expected to provide support towards a parish development model targeting the refugee sector.
UN support is now embedded in parish structures with ongoing capacity building. The new cooperation framework is set to use the PDM platform for local delivery. We hope going forward that perhaps we dream that the refugees also can be included in the parish development model. So that is for your consideration, Madam.
This framework represents more than a document. It's a commitment to mutual accountability by harmonizing our planning, budgeting, and evaluation processes. We ensure that every shilling, every partnership, and every project advances our common goals: prosperity, resilience, and inclusive growth.
In the new framework, the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development intends also to focus on vulnerable communities, including children with disabilities.
We have already been working with UNICEF and the other partners to bring on board persons with disabilities and introduce a child disability grant, which we hope will soon take off, to support families, because the grants we have in place are targeting the older persons and persons with disabilities that are adults. But we are now going to the level of supporting children in families where we have these cases of children with disabilities.
Prime Minister, we have gotten a report from the academia and the caregivers of children that we need now to take more interest in children, especially in early childhood development. The elderly persons, not many people know about their needs, and the person with disabilities. That want to put a lot of interest in that.
Partners agreed to prioritize the collective action in areas where government leadership and UN comparative advantage can most effectively accelerate Uganda's transformation. Humanitarian funding remains insufficient. We therefore reaffirm our support for Uganda's National Development Plan